Hi, I'm John McConnell. This is John McConnell Yoga Videos, and welcome. And I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. I was on a little vacation, went to the ocean for a little bit over in New Hampshire, and also went and helped teach a workshop down in Massachusetts with Todd Norian and Anne Green, and I just saw our workshop, which is great. So I'm back. Since the last video, I love this part. There's a couple new people who liked my John McConnell Yoga Facebook page, and I always like to mention that because I like to think of it as we're all in this together. It's kind of nice. So Cilione, and I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that quite right, from British Columbia, Beth from Connecticut, Jolynn in Ohio, and Sarah in Vermont. They're all people who liked my Facebook page, so thanks. And also Beth from Connecticut did the Buy Me a Chai thing on my website. And so if you like these little videos and you want to help make them happen, pay for the time and the equipment, you can buy me a chai. Whatever financial range works for you would be awesome. So okay, that's that. So today I was really excited. I was practicing this morning and just had this kind of revelation of this idea I've heard about that I just wanted to share. And it's the concept of movement and action. And so just to clarify what that means. So watch this for a second. If I stand like this, you can do this too. If you put your hands right in your groin area, in the hollow of your groin, and you let your pelvis come forward, then the movement, right? The movement of your body is forward, and also the action of the tops of your thighs is forward. So you have this real openness right here in the front of the pelvis. It feels like the skin is really broad, and that's just, it's not the position you want to be in for good back posture, and so when you're in class, you often hear like move the thigh bones back. And it can be hard to clarify, like, well, thigh bones back, but if I do this, then the thigh bones aren't moving back, But the action is the thigh bones back. So check it out. Put your hands right in the groin area. Bend the knees a little bit, and then stick your butt back. And that's really the thigh bones moving more back. Like if you can have x-ray vision, the thigh bones are moving back. The action of the thigh bones is back. And the thighs are moving back. So here in this position, the movement and the action is the same, right? So then stand up, have your hands on your groins. Keep the thigh bones moving back, so that's the action of the thigh bones moving back. And then let the pelvis come forward. Even though the movement of the physical body is forward, the actions inside are back. Okay, so see the difference? Here, the movement is forward, the action is forward. Here, the movement is forward, but still the action of the thigh bones is back. Okay, so the actions are always the same no matter what's happening with the movement. The movement's back, that's great, the action's back. The movement's forward, the action's back. Okay, that really helped me clarify something. So I came up with this little thing to do for back bends, because a lot of times in a back bend, you talk about inflating in the waistband, getting big in the low back, big in the kidney area as you open up. But sometimes it can feel like counterintuitive, or you feel like, well, yeah, I can do that. Once I get into the back bend, though, I squish my low back. So try this out. Place your hands on your back, just the backs of your hands on your back. Lean forward a little bit and fill up, push the low back into your hands. So my hands, check it out. My hands are right on my waistband, right? Above the hips, below the ribs. So just bend the knees a little, fill up in that waistband area so you can use your hands to really feel the fullness there, okay? So keep the actions of the kidneys going back and then start to lift up. So the movement of your stomach might be forward a little bit, right? But keep the actions filling up, keep the action in the low back pushing back into your hands. So you stay inflated as you lift up. Even though the stomach might be moving forward, the action is moving back. Okay, the difference in that, I won't do it too far because it's bad for your back. But if you do the actions of the stomach forward and then, the action goes forward and the movement goes forward, you get this sort of action. So you get all compressed here. So if the movement is back, the movement is forward and the action is back, right? Then you get this fullness happening. Isn't that cool? So that's just not in yoga. You know, when you're standing around, you know, and you have this kind of, you know, this kind of stance, you know, that is a movement and the action is the same. So you want to think about just when you're standing, get the action of the thighs back. Even if you're leaning forward, no matter what you're doing, the action's always moving back. You know, it doesn't have to do with more what's going on the outside. Okay? And then when you're doing stuff with your back, you can always think like, oh, I need to arch back, I need to lift this thing, I need to do whatever the movement of the body is, the actions in the low back is still filling up and expanding in the low back. I particularly do like this one because you can really feel it in your hands as you move, okay? So I was just excited about that. Wanted to share that. And it's kind of a, you know, it can get a little confusing, like movement, actions, and I heard it a long time ago and it didn't hit, but I just got it today, where it's just like, oh yeah, the body's moving in different ways, but the actions, just think about the actions. And in yoga, as you're practicing, try that out. Like, think about that in back bends, and, you know, when you're lifting you can even do it when you're lifting your thigh up. The movement of the thigh can be up, but the action is down with the thigh bone. Okay? So try it, let me know. You can post on my Facebook page, go to my website. Love to hear from you. Hope that's a benefit. And then next week I think I'll do a full class probably on the Bhagavad Gita, which I'm really into lately. All right, take care. Have a good one.